In our opening game of the VCT season, we saw an absolute banger versus our old rivals 100 Thieves. Everybody on the team had their moments to shine, but none brighter than our IGL JohnQT, who picked up the new agent Tejo and put on an absolute masterclass on his new role of initiator. Now, I know some people were questioning the role swap, given our performance at the Sen City Classic, as well as the Soup Valorant League, which is totally fair. But the idea is, by having John play initiator, he can stick with the pack and make mid-round calls more effectively. Honestly, it wasn't looking too great until John got onto Tejo. Forget Martin Scorsese. With the arsenal that Tejo packs, John's directing is starting to look a lot more like Michael Bay. The first round I want to look at comes from our game on Split. I know we got crushed on Split, but there were a few moments of brilliance, especially round 5, where John puts on a masterclass on making space and directing the action using Tejo's rockets and ult. We're on the attack, and the round starts with a standard default. The guys are playing back, waiting to see if 100 Thieves will make a move. Asuna throws his boombot down mid, letting us know he's playing in ropes. This sets into motion the first trap. In a masterful set piece, Narrate stuns ropes, which John then combos with the rockets, all while Zach TPs in. With no way to escape, Asuna becomes the rocket man, like that guy in The Rock. After the initial pick, Cryo walls off Mail, making the guys slow down and hold on to mid control. John burns his little robot in disguise to get partial control of B Heaven, and then goes back to get the spike. He meets up with Narrate, who's been locking down B main to set up for the hit. You can see how 100 Thieves is a little lost. EU burns his drone to clear Heaven. When he doesn't see anything, he cheats over to B, allowing Zelsis to lurk through A main. Back over on the B side of the map, Narrate caught a glimpse of Xander playing up on B main. So he and John pull out the same stun rocket combo, getting John another utility kill. This triggers the execute. John bombs the site like Pearl Harbor, while Narrate throws an aftershock default. This catches Cryo, netting a third util kill, and forces EU to swing, where John trades Narrate out easily. While this is going on, Bang and Zekken hit the site from Heaven, but everyone's already dead. The only one to survive this Armageddon is Boostio, and barely at that. He ate so much damage from John's ult that he's forced to cower back in CT spawn, just where Zelsis is coming up on the flank.
Kind of idea of the strat that we did earlier on is like kind of that's like a rope murder / crunch. Pretty much, if you are in the middle of rope, you will die. Unless you get really lucky and kill someone full blind stun, which is possible and has happened before. Like pretty much like everything is covered. If he goes forward, Yor kills the guy. If he goes backwards, Tejo kills the guy. Obviously here he goes backwards, shout out to him. We saw Astra on the box, a missile. I got ult of it, and then we had to B-split. Marshall added the aftershock, which looked good. And we have Mr. Jordan flanking.
I mean, here, my team basically won the round for me. At this point, we're like 5v3. My teammates are basically just nuking the site with abilities, so I'm just playing as slow as possible and probably just gonna cut off like the stragglers in the back, or like if people are gonna save, and that's my plan here.
So we've seen the kind of damage John can do with Tejo on the attack, but what about on the defense? This is where you really get to see the kind of pain Tejo can unleash and the space he can gain on the retake. To see what I mean, let's take a look at round 20 from our game on Bind. 100 Thieves starts out in a standard default, with Asuna and Boostio towards long B, Cryo holding outside hookah, Xander playing back on short A, and EU sitting way back on showers. After about 30 seconds of slowly inching up and seeing nothing, 100 Thieves starts to group up towards A. Asuna stays long B, looking for a pick, and to keep some of the Sen boys away from A. In a nice little play utilizing his orb, Bang and Narrate swing Asuna, getting a man advantage, and more importantly, info that there's nobody else B. Everyone on Sen rotates to A. 100 Thieves gets the site for free, but there's a little hiccup. Boostio sends out Little Bro to plant in the default spot, right where John drops some rockets denying the plant. To make matters worse for 100 Thieves, Zelsis immediately follows the rockets up with a molly, further delaying the plant and buying Sentinels more time to rotate in and set up the retake. Once the molly fades, Zelsis ults default, killing more time, and triggering the retake. There's an insane number of trades, and once the smoke clears, it's just Boostio and EU versus Bang and John. After what seems like 13 hours, Boostio finally gets the plant down and falls back into U-Haul, while EU is stuck on the island of bench. Bang creeps out of spawn and holds the bench angle, while John fires off another salvo of rockets, taking EU out. Left in a 1v2, Boostio is forced to swing out of U-Haul when Bang taps the spike, right into John's crosshairs.
I mean, 100 Thieves loves to do like this slow default into like 20 seconds, and then they just randomly hit a site. In this case, they're just leaving Austin along. They have shower control, short control. We're already in like a passive A setup because we're playing 3B because we expect them to be going long. We missile first, shout out you. Pre-fired the wingman. Wingman dies. 26 seconds, then a molly comes in. They can't get the bomb. All we have to do is just keep stalling. 20 seconds. At this point, we know they have to get the bomb down, so I think I was calling for us to like flood flash through. There's 10 seconds. Obviously, only one guy can plant. It comes down to a 2v2. Sadly, they trade out. We knew he was bench, right? I'm pretty sure.
I mean, we knew kind of he was there, but we weren't sure.
We knew Dan or EU was either bench or triple, and then missiles are coming back up, and it's just a broken ability. I mean, just gets a freebie, 2v1. Obviously, the pig is left alone just to squeal, and that's how you play plant deny on bind with Tejo, Raze, Gecko, Brim.
So there you have it. 2 great examples of how JohnQT is absolutely abusing nerds with his new Michael Bay personality on Tejo. By playing methodically and clearing space with his rockets and ult, there's nothing the other team can do but call an ambulance. You can be sure we'll be seeing more of this new agent in our next game versus Loud going down tomorrow.